Shout out to Edward over here for this cute. Actually, we're matching today.
Yes.
You're the only one that said happy birthday to me on my birthday. Not even my family did.
Really?
Yeah. And Victoria said happy birthday to me the next day, and that's when everyone in the family chat was like, "Oh, happy birthday, Edward." And their excuse is that they're in America, so the time is different. But I'm like,
that's not their excuse.
It's valid. You forgot my birthday.
The time zone is different. I mean, forgive them for being in the United States of America.
Today, we're going to be filming Double D Podcast. If you don't know that we have a podcast, we have a podcast. We're filming 2 episodes, so we haven't gotten ready yet. So we're going to get ready for on my channel. As we're going to get ready, we're going to answer your unpopular opinions. Oi.
Just in case you guys are wondering what's going on under my eyes.
Nobody asked. They're just like, oh, yeah, typical.
I got punched in the face.
By me.
Because it goes eye filler.
Hey.
Recently I got it because Edward got it recently, and then I figured why not I got it.
What? Is that how you approach plastic surgery? Oh, my friend got it, so let me get it too.
Sometimes yes.
Oh my god.
I got my lip filler because I never thought I was gonna get it. But Changwon Young got it.
Oh my god.
First, you know how famous that,
Yeah. It really makes a huge difference.
Yes, and then I saw her like transformation photos. I'm like, And then the next day I made my.
Honestly, for me though, I would get lip fillers just to fill out because my lips are so dry and they constant dead skin. So that's the main reason I got it, because it really does help with keeping moisture.
The only reason why I got it is because I just want to look more seductive, so I get more men. That's how shallow the reason is. But good for you, Edward.
We're filming 2 podcast episodes today, and the first of them will also be another reacting to unpopular opinions. So if you want to see more of these, you can watch that episode, which I'll link down below. Whatever I saw interesting, I just clicked on it and I screenshot it.
I recently went to Japan. I got this mask, so I'm gonna start off with just have a very light sheet mask.
Well, this is not style Korean. You don't have to explain what
okay.
Unless you really want to.
It's 직업병, like
직업병.
Yeah, it's
what is that in English?
What is 직업병 in English? Like, you're so used to doing this job, so
it's addiction to work.
Yeah, addiction to work. Yes, I still get used to explain everything as I do. Actually, I don't like it, so I don't like this. So
why are you talking about it?
Wow, so people use it?
Yeah. Do you have a spatula? Like a foundation spatula?
I do.
In there?
Okay.
Girl, this shit is nasty. What the fuck?
If you didn't bring your own, just don't complain then.
Wishing dead people happy birthday is weird. I actually saw a conversation about this on Reddit. I think it's more so about celebrating the memory of the person rather than the actual, like, oh.
I think it's just sort of, yeah. I don't think it's weird. I don't think it's weird.
That's it. I just think, yeah.
Why is it weird?
I can see why people think it's weird because you're literally greeting a person that doesn't exist anymore, but I think it's just more about saying happy birthday to the memory of the person and keeping them in your memories.
Yeah, it depends on.
Was what you're supposed to just forget about them for the rest of your life?
It depends on the way you say it. How you're wishing, like, happy birthday. Like,
it reminds me of the Chinese fans that would, K-pop fans that would book hotels. Or was it Japan? It might have been Japan. They book hotel rooms, put hundreds of photo cards and pictures of their favorite idol on the bed, wear like scantily clad lingerie, and pose on the bed and be like, happy birthday, insert idol name here. Isn't it crazy?
I think there's one Twitter photo I saw when I was in high school. People will like put Justin Bieber's poster on it, and then they will spread their leg, and then.
That's fucking crazy. But also I see you doing that.
I know. I like a lot of idols, but never like obsessed to that level.
I really liked Beast.
Really?
Yiguang was my favorite. Before my Wonho obsession, Yiguang was my obsession. Oh, also Junho from 2PM.
Juno I understood, but why Yiguang?
Why do you understand Juno? A lot of people are surprised by that because they think Juno's ugly back in the day. He's hot now, but I thought he was hot back then too. And also he got a fat ass. He got a fat ass.
Juno was hot before too, because people would call him the little Rain because he looks like Rain.
He kind of looks like Rain.
But why Yiguang? Yiguang is cute, but Yiguang is very different from Juno because Yiguang is shorter.
Is just classically handsome.
But he's more petite.
Okay, every time I say someone is hot, the number one response is always, but he's short. Who cares?
Okay.
See, Edward.
Why?
You be dating taller boys, but they're average too. I've seen their faces, they're very average. But for you, is it just about height?
Because I'm in my marriage phase. So.
Not the marriage phase. Apparently not, because how long was your last relationship?
My recent pick for boyfriends, I don't really care about their face anymore. I just,
Now you're just getting desperate. I need to hold someone down before I die.
My recent pick for boyfriends is how, their career and their loyalty and their personality.
Oh, honey, loyalty?
Yes.
Should we be asking you about that?
What do you mean?
Just kidding. Second generation K-pop was the blueprint. Some of the new idol groups now could never.
What's the representative of second generation?
그러니까 I'm thinking Girls' Generation and Kara.
That kind of vibe. I agree.
I don't know, I really feel like second generation K-pop is such a concept in itself. Over time, they slowly just started incorporating more and more Western sort of elements with the Korean sort of mindset when it comes to like training, concepts, shit like that. A lot of people say things like, oh, K-pop now is just like Western music, blah, 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 blah. But honestly, I don't think that's true because
I agree, yes.
it's the way that they're run. Like a lot of Americans don't have the same sensibilities in a lot of aspects when it comes to things like fashion, styling, makeup, making concepts for music videos. Sometimes in America, the girls could never. That's why when you're a K-pop stan and you be watching these like, what I do feel like in America is that a lot of the artists tend to be more talented in terms of singing.
Yes.
When it comes to things like music videos, a lot of American music videos are ass. They always gotta have some kind of sponsorship when they got the Beats by Dr. Dre sitting up in the background or some kind of like weird like money application sponsorship, I don't know.
I do agree. I think the second generation K-pop does have its own vibe, which the fourth does not get.
And I don't want it to be like, second generation was the best. I think it's just that because we grew up in that era, that happens in any music, like even for our parents. My parents think that 80s, 90s music is the best. I like 90s and early 2000s, so I think it just depends on the person, but I think they're just so different.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think there's multiple factors.
Yeah, I think K-pop has been evolving since then. The second generation is K-pop. The fourth is still K-pop. They're just different kind of K-pop.
It's just different.
I do agree with you. Like people thinking, oh, now K-pop is involved. It's just Western music. I don't agree with it. I think K-pop is still K-pop. It's just different kind of K-pop.
Yeah.
But I do feel sad about how second generation K-pop's the average age of second generation K-pop is so much older when they debuted. But nowadays, the fourth generations when they debut, they're literally like 14 or 13.
But it's always been like that.
But I think it's just second generation, they're
Older,
a little bit older, yes.
Because I remember really young people debuting back then too.
Not as young as like 14. 14 is very young.
There were.
No, but like they're like still over like 16 or 17.
In general, debuting that young, I think it's kind of crazy.
And we do get
But also, I kind of get it, especially for boy idols, because they always try to get them debuted before they go to the army.
I do get it too, but especially for girls concept, I think
It's creepy to me.
it
It's
does.
creepy to me.
I do.
I don't know.
I feel like we used to get a lot of like different concepts, like sexy, 언니 sort of concepts, so we don't get that a lot.
But now they're just all young, baby,
Yeah.
cute.
The sistar.
Yeah, we don't get that anymore.
I think G Idol is sort of,
Kind of, they're getting it,
Replace- yeah.
I guess.
I guess,
But-
but not the same.
I want someone that like straight out of the gate. It's just that.
Like Bad Muses.
I do miss a good old sexy concept. I want a group like Leisha. They literally just perform in panties and like bralettes. I just want slutty. I want slutty K-pop. That's what I want.
Oh, I see.
But done in a healthy way. Where we don't have weird fucking ajishis.
Back in the days, the
Regulations.
regulations, yes, that's the word I was searching. Regulations were not that strict, so a lot of
They weren't that strict?
They weren't that strict.
Really? Back
As
then?
strict back then.
Oh, they got more strict?
Yeah, they got more. So a lot of sexual and sexy concepts were allowed to be performed in like music banks or music core. But nowadays you don't see them because it gets more and more strict because they want to elevate
Remember that
the
music?
K-pop music to the world because they realize K-pop gets a lot of global attention. So they think if more and more this kind of concept gets more attention, they would think K-pop music as they think it's more
That's such a Gonde way of thinking.
Yes.
but the government is literally ajushi, so.
That's what I heard.
Remember the time that there's that old music show that doesn't exist anymore because they had one episode where it's a bunch of rock bands, and one of them during the ending credits and the goodbye stage, they literally pulled their pants down on live television and exposed their penis.
Yeah.
And that's why that show doesn't exist anymore. Music Camp, I think it was called.
Yeah, Music Camp. Also, that program sort of wants to give Korean indie music more exposure.
And the one time they give them a chance,
And then they pull
fuck
out
it
their
up.
pants. Yeah.
They pull that shit.
But to be honest, I'm a very open-minded person. To pull down your pants in front of national TV,
That's crazy.
That's not, even in America, I don't think that's
Goshiwons aren't that bad for singles and students. Not great, but still not as bad as some say. Like honestly, here's the thing. Goshiwon? I lived
Do
in
you want to
Goshiwon.
explain what Goshiwon is?
Goshiwon is basically it's a little room that you can rent to live in, almost like an apartment. However, it's extremely tiny. It's originally meant for people that want to get away from home and study for a big test, basically, because it's literally just a bed and a desk. Things like the bathroom is shared in the hallway. Things like the kitchen is shared. Some Goshiwons, if they're bigger, they will have each room will have their own individual little toilet and shower.
Yeah.
But in general, they're just very cheap. They get anywhere from $200 to $300 to $400 a month.
It really depends. There are good Goshiwons and bad Goshiwons.
They're good. I've lived in both.
Just like hostel. It works really like a long-term rental hostel.
Yeah.
There are good hostels and bad hostels.
Yeah. What I did like is that they had free ramyeon.
Yes.
And rice and
Yes.
kimchi.
Yes.
So honestly, if you're willing to live off of rice, kimchi, and ramyeon, I mean that's one option you have.
Yes. Yeah.
It sucks, but honestly, the other day my friend was telling me about he was going to he went to university, but he was doing that thing where he works with a professor, almost like internship in a way. The hours he told me were fucking crazy, from 9 a.m. to like 11 p.m. But that's not including if they have to stay a little bit longer because of the professor. So if you're in that situation where you're literally in your house to sleep and shower, I think a Goshiwon is a great option.
Yes, that's what I did when I was in like third year of university.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. If Goshiwon is your only option, you don't want to live in there for a very, very long time. Because I lived in Goshiwon for a month.
Oh,
and
yeah?
that Goshiwon is very close to Hongdae Club. So every single night
It's
it was
loud.
so loud.
Yeah,
It was so loud.
I used to live by one near Dowon Station, and during the World Cup, the soccer World Cup, bitch,
Oh my god, that's the worst time.
say goodbye to sleep.
Yes.
People think they have the right to tear down another human being just because it's the internet. If we dug into the life of people who cancel others online, they'd be 100% canceled too. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people on the internet seem to have this feeling that they have like this moral superiority. 일단은, I think because of the anonymity of the internet, people can get real crazy.
Yeah.
People can get real crazy. Because they know they can hide behind the computer.
Yes.
They talk mad shit. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I was probably like that too. But just thinking about it, why do people want to fight people on the internet? It's the internet.
They have nothing better to do, to be honest.
Yeah. And I don't mean that just to be like insulting to them, but it truly does come down to that. Because I remember I was like in high school, I would fight some people on MySpace for no reason.
I understood, because if you have a day job and you're exhausted after work, maybe you
If you notice people that are
you have a
busy,
dog to walk.
if you notice people that are busy, stay busy, they aren't online like that.
You have people that you have to remember their birthday is. Then,
Moving on.
girl, you
In one of my recent videos, I tried this MBTI palette from Etude. I tried the cool one, so now I'm using the warm one today.
they came out with the MBTI
I know this
palette.
MBTI.
Oh,
My best tone eye palette.
the color combination is just like any other.
It's literally like any other fucking peach palette in any fucking K-beauty brand. Like I'm so tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. That's why I've been using your country's makeup lately. I'm tired of the K-beauty brands. I've been doing Bounce Beauty, which again, if you want to book me to do your makeup, link will be down below. 90% of the people, because I do the personal color and then I check their makeup bag to see like, oh, this makeup product's good for you, this one isn't. They all have Clio. They all be using the same Clio cushion, the Foundwear XP whatever. And it's crazy because they all have dry ass skin. But that Clio shit is dry as fuck. I blame
Maybe
you.
Clio is more globally available, that's why?
No, I think these girls are just getting it from Olive Young.
Oh.
But I think amongst the K-beauty brands, Clio is easily more available on certain websites.
What would you recommend for a cushion for dry skin then?
정샘물.
정샘물?
Because it's 촉촉해, but not in the sense that it's just oily. It helps moisturize from the inside, I've noticed, compared to other cushions.
I still look like a panda, Edward.
I'm dead. When you're having to cover really dark stuff like that, put a little bit of powder first and then do the concealer on top. Because sometimes if you keep trying to layer wet products on top of each other, it doesn't stick.
Let me use the trick that you teach me.
So you can use like a tiny bit of this. Okay, I picked this because you're in fashion. The big red Mischief Astro boots are cool.
No.
Ah!
Stupid.
I think they're cute until people start overwearing them.
Yes, it's a good idea.
I really liked it when Nine Eye wore them for their stages.
Yeah, it's a good idea, and then it did go viral, so it's done its purpose. And that's it. The designer made a really teeny tiny bag as well, the parody of the Louis Vuitton bag. I think that's very smart, so I think that's all free marketing for its brand.
So as a marketing stance,
I
you think
do,
it's,
yeah,
you like
I do
it.
think
But as
for
a
the
fashion,
shoes, yeah, but the shoe itself, I do think it's cute, as you said, when it first came out.
I thought it was crazy when it first came out. The only time I liked it was when Nine Eye wore it on stage. The concept was very spacey. It's an homage to Astro Boy, his red boots.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so in like that sense, like for a K-pop stage, I get it, but people wearing it outside with like an outfit that doesn't match it, I think that's crazy. And then it came out in different versions, like the yellow one that looks like Crocs.
Crocs with a hole on it.
With the holes, and I'm like, it just looks uncomfortable.
Okay, to be honest, I don't hate the design. Let me correct myself. I don't hate the design. I just don't like how
You
people...
hate the people that wear them.
Yes. I just feel like the look and people are wearing it, it looks kind of stupid. And then because it went viral, so...
A lot of people are trying to get it. I'm pretty sure a lot of fakes are making this. A lot of like fake shoes are making the same thing. So I'm more like unauthorized products are manufacturing it. So a lot of plastic are used because of this byproduct, which is making process.
And that's just my opinion though.
I mean, you're putting plastic in your face, so.
It's actually hyaluronic acid.
Actually, technically it's not.
Those silicone.
It's silicone.
Yes.
Tteokbokki is not that good.
Tteokbokki is the best food.
This person, I don't know if you're in Korea or not, you have to find the right tteokbokki. Because there's bad tteokbokki out there. When you find the right tteokbokki place, it's, oh my god. But if you're in America, I don't blame you. All tteokbokki there is nasty, to be honest.
Saying tteokbokki is not good is like saying dick is not good. Each dick is different. Some dicks are nasty, some dicks are heavenly. So try a good
As
dick.
much as I hate.
Life is like a box of dicks, and you never know what's the next one's gonna taste like. So try the next one.
That's literally crazy. Who the fuck would ever say that?
Me. Next question.
Big fluffy ABG lashes don't look good. You know what ABG is, right?
Yes, I agree. I don't like big ABG lashes. I don't think it looks good.
It's giving... What are they? Kimchi Minaj?
Kimchi Minaj?
You feel me? You're in the building, period. Boom, bitch.
I think it's a look, an aesthetic. A lot of them don't really... It's just the lashes.
Oh, yes.
It's just the lashes, and then just maybe like a strong lip, and like that's it. And then,
Yes.
And I feel like if I was doing their makeup and they have like those heavy lashes, I would try to do makeup on them that complements the rest of the face, because the lashes are huge, and then the eye just, it looks tiny because of the eye. They don't actually have small eyes, it's just because of either the monolids or just the shape of the eye. Is all you see is this.
Yeah.
At least add a little bit of
agree with you.
애교살. Add a little bit of 애교살 makeup.
I agree with you, because a lot of the Asian eyes are hooded, or because the distance between the eyebrows and the eyelid are
shorter.
more narrow. So if you're adding a really dramatic eyelash in here, it actually even shortens visually the distance in between the eyebrows and your eyelid.
And it makes this part of your face look longer.
Longer, so and it visually looks your eyes even smaller. So it really defeats the purpose of adding a dramatic eyelash.
Oh, I think I screenshot this because of you.
Why?
Seek quality and stop becoming dick dizzy over someone who will eventually be impotent. If you know, you know. You get that?
See quality?
Seek a quality person and just stop becoming dick dizzy. This is not targeted at us, but like in general. I know on our show we talk as if we're just obsessed with penis, but that's not true.
Well,
It's like 90% true.
I'm not obsessed with the penis.
What's gonna come after that? I'm not obsessed, but what? More.
What's wrong with the obsession with the male genital?
Sometimes it just clouds your judgment. It keeps you from finding quality men, and that's why you can't hold down a relationship, Edward. You're dick dizzy over seeking
So the
quality.
people who are judging me, my longest relationship lasts 2.5 years,
And what
I
was
had
this?
2 of them.
And was what?
I had 2.5 year long relationship.
I thought you said at the same time.
No,
I was like,
I'm not a whore.
I love how your longest relationship was with 2 men at the same time. That was your longest one. I'm like, I guess polygamy's the way.
What's the most important must have
For me,
for you?
personality-wise, I just want us to mesh well together. Like neither of us are overbearing on each other. We contact each other when we want to. 그냥 친구 같은,
친구 같은?
just like friend.
For me, it's really not about the dick. If he has a dick, then it's okay. For
Then
me,
it's
really, the person needs to have a career. The person needs to know what he's doing. The person needs to have a good heart.
Good heart.
And the other things, I don't really care. But it's really hard to find someone like that in Korea. You know what I'm saying, right? Wow, my bruises are covered.
Yeah.
No one knows what happened.
Well, I know. They know.
Only you guys know.
Eating 3 times a day is not that necessary at all. That's so true.
That's so true.
That's so true,
Yeah.
though. For me, I just feel like you eat when you're hungry. Now, it's different if you're bodybuilding and you have to gain weight. You gotta eat every few hours. Because in general,
I only eat twice.
yeah.
I'm
For me,
so
sometimes
lazy to
once
eat
a
3
day.
times. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how it is. It's probably affecting the health in some way. 근데 나는, I'm of the idea that it's okay to just eat when you're hungry. I think in the end, I do end up eating 3 times a day. Not equal sized meals, but I wake up late. I eat around lunchtime. I'll have like a late dinner and then I'll eat in the middle of the night.
Maybe I say like a snack.
Yeah, basically. This was someone's unpopular opinion. You are more beautiful now. But honestly, I feel the same way about both of us. I really do think. I know.
I don't remember what I look like before.
I know people like to shame others for getting plastic surgery, but I really do not regret it. Isn't it better than regretting it? I don't think plastic surgery is for everyone, but honey, when it works out, it works out.
I know. I do regret some of my plastic surgery.
Like what?
Like my fat transplant.
Really?
Because it disappeared. It did not grasp onto.
So you regret doing it in general, or you regret doing it via fat and not like other things?
I would just get fillers. Yeah, because I did it on. It's called fat grafting, is it?
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah, fat grafting. So I did it 3 times. And it did not
Do anything for you?
last at all. It just disappeared. And they put me under anesthesia. Is it? 3 times. And it was a waste of time,
Yeah.
waste of energy, and a waste of money. So. Because I did a lot of research. I know.
Of course.
it really-
Edward, he really be finding like not the typical jewelry, not the typical ID plastic. No, she be looking.
Yeah, I do a lot of research, and I really do a lot of considerations. Especially the bigger surgery that I get, the more research I do.
You're on the forums. You're on the communities.
Yes. I do take my decisions very carefully.
Yeah. Don't be like a YouTuber and just go to a place because you're sponsored by them.
Yes, and just like buying Chanel bag, right? Yeah.
그런 거? Showering at night is showering for yourself. Showering in the morning is showering for others.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
But also I was thinking about, but what if you have a one-night stand and you're showering at night? Isn't that for someone else?
I agree with that. You too.
But if we're talking about in general, yeah. It's kind of true. I don't like to shower too much because it's not good for my skin and my hair. And my body doesn't really have BO. I do shower more frequently in the summer, but during colder weather, I don't really shower. But a lot of people think that's nasty.
What does BO stand for?
Body odor.
Busted. Oh, body odor.
What? Busted what? Busted ovaries? That's us.
But I
Not
agree.
an unpopular opinion, but girl, what is going on with Cielo Beauty? So, if you saw on my story, I posted our brand Cielo, she's back. Available at Walmart, which is kind of funny. But if you ever want to try my brand, get it now because everything is so fucking cheap and it's available in the US for you to easily pick up and it will arrive to you faster than when originally we were shipping from Korea. So I'm pretty sure they have like a new team running the Cielo Beauty Instagram page. I think the staff that was running the Instagram didn't realize that I was one of the original people that made the brand. So they literally messaged me like, hey Eddie, thanks so much for posting us on your gram. We'd love to send you some products. Please send us your address. And I was like,
Do I look?
my own brand is asking me for my address for PR. It was so funny. All my friends, all the people that saw that story were all laughing. But later on, one of the other people that made the brand with me called me and was like, oh my God, we saw your story. We're so sorry. You must be so upset. I was like, girl, it's fine. I thought it was, if anything, I thought it was just funny. The guy actually messaged me, the team lead of the US marketing team of Cielo. He's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. The team didn't know about, you know, whatever, like the brand history. So I communicated with them. I was like, yeah, girl, it's fine, it's whatever. I just thought it was funny. They messaged me asking to send PR for my own brand. That's iconic. K-pop has become less about talent and more about visuals. It's killing the older generation of K-pop fans.
It has always been about visuals.
It's always been about visuals. It's just that a lot of people look at the older generation of K-pop and they think they're ugly, so they're like, it was never about visuals back then. Because even Soldier today, most of them are visuals for that generation. But they made sure they were talented back then, definitely.
I think it's just the other companies realized if there's no visuals, they won't even make it in the first place.
So now they're like, oh, we're just gonna look for visuals and we'll just make you a rapper or just the main dancer.
Especially in Korean community, a lot of like bad performance of idols going on live was cut into shorter videos and then they will upload it online. Like anti-fans of those idols, and people were leaving comments saying that they're actually singers and they're picked to to be K-pop idols and they cannot even sing. People are saying that, But I still like them, so I don't want to say anything. You know, they're dancing and they're performing. I know. I want to forgive them. They're just kids.
Yeah, these days they just it could just be because I'm a '90s baby and all the music I listened to was you gotta be able to sing, and I'm Filipino too, so I'm not a good singer. But you know, I know a good singer when I see one and hear one. But for a lot of companies these days, they don't care about that anymore. Also, just because I feel like they're running out of trainees. Korea's not having kids, so where are they gonna get their idols? They're just snatching up all the visuals now.
They're already importing the overseas Koreans from Canada, Australia, and non-Koreans.
Definitely, because they're running out in Korea. They're running out. And now with social media, you know, Instagram and like YouTube and stuff, girl, a lot of these people, they don't want to be held down by a fucking company, so they just make their own platform, like their own like brand.
Well, I'm just really excited to see what this industry is going to come in 10 years.
You really be. Adding labels for everything has divided us more, to be honest. That's so true. I think originally everyone meant well in like, you know, giving people a label so they feel more comfortable and, you know, maybe they're confused about their sexuality or something. But I really feel like it almost has gotten out of control. And not in the sense of where it's just, I'm like, this shit is crazy, but it's just more like, I'm too old for this.
Both men and women and non-binary people of all gender appropriations and the pronouns.
If you need to inform me about your pronouns, do it. I'll call you by your pronouns.
How about call them by their name?
As a reference to the movie?
Oh
yeah, just to be safe, you call them by their name. But I do think it has almost, in a way, over the years, especially recently, it's kind of almost had like an opposite effect where instead of bringing people together, it has almost like divided people even more because they're so obsessed with labels, which is funny because a lot of people don't want to be boxed in, but then they're boxing in themselves. You know what I mean? So low-waisted trousers are the ugliest thing to ever exist.
No. I think they're cute.
I think they can be cute, but they have to look right on your body.
Yes.
On me, I have short legs compared to my upper body, so it would look crazy on me. That's why I do like, actually that's why I love this thing that you got me because it's cropped. So it creates more of this visual. Because for me, my body, my torso, my legs are almost similar, and that looks crazy. So this kind of top kind of creates this visual effect.
I think low waisted in general gives a sexy, sort of I don't care, kind of casual vibe, which I really like. And it really depends on who's wearing it, but it does require, I mean, not everyone can rock it. It does require a type of a body type. I think, I don't hate it. I think clothes itself does not have any, it just depends on who's wearing it. I cannot.
I love how you went like this, just to basically say the same thing. What is going on with you, Edward? Idol singing in English now takes away the K-pop feeling. I just have a personal vendetta against the mispronunciation of things. I know people will say, oh, weird English grammar and weird pronunciation is part of K-pop, but I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I think it's cringe sometimes. I don't know. I'm not like pressed over anything, but I do think too much English now is just doesn't really make it special for me anymore.
And I think sometimes they know the correct grammar, they just change it so it fits better with the melody.
I don't know if it's just me, but I just feel like the English lyrics that they're saying are so cringe. They're the most generic, like kids bop Disney Channel lyrics.
Sneakers.
Oh god. But that's just the chorus part. Put my sneakers on. But most of it is in Korean, isn't it? There's a lot of the like almost basically fully English songs these days.
I know what you're saying. The English they're using, it just sounds like very simple, like Disney-like.
When they're making music, you know how they do demos. And so they're not saying anything particular into the microphone. They're just mouthing words to put like as like a placeholder for when they make lyrics later. It just seems like they're just keeping those random nonsensical things in there. That's why I like XG songs, because they make sense. A lot of them can be a little bit too much on the whole girl power thing, but I prefer that over...
I still like Jenny's You and Me.
I like you and me, dancing in the moonlight.
It's simple, but it makes sense. It's just perfect.
I feel like there's a right and a wrong way to do simple. Sometimes they do it too simple in the sense that it's just like, it's giving Disney Channel.
Yes.
But there's simple like that where it's just more like, you know.
Yes, it's so lighthearted, everyone can understand it, but it still means something. I know what you mean. It's too simple, like a 5 years old, you know, like almost like a folk song, then you know, like a children's song, then you.
Just giving Mother Goose. Thank you, Mother Goose.
Or like a Leo, like what? Like children's song when you sing.
It's a Shakira song.
Really?
Ole, ole, ole.
No.
Ole, ole, ole.
No, it's a milkmaid song.
What?
No?
Red Velvet's Zimzalabim era had really great and unique styling. Camp Queens. It was crazy as fuck, but when you grew up on second generation K-pop, it's not that crazy. To me, it was just giving camp. And it suited the song. I feel like, oh my god, I'm just gonna say it. I'm kind of over it, the whole idols wearing diesel. I'm so over it. I'm tired.
They're still wearing it.
The second I see that D on the shirt, on the belt, I'm over it.
It's so old structured.
Even the hat that I have, the fucking
Charles Jeffrey.
cat hat. So cute when I first saw it, but then every idol wore it. And now, not even with idols, but in general with Korean culture, the whole like luxury brand thing. Unless you're wearing luxury brand, you don't look cool. Now, for idols, unless they're wearing a fucking Celine t-shirt, which by the way, I also feel like is too much now. It's overplayed, the Celine t-shirt. Back in the day, idols would have stylists literally making the clothes. My friend Jimmy and Mimi, when they were our stylists back then, they were literally doing that. And they had great clothes, I thought. But now, all the stylists are just giving them sponsored clothing. I think a great stylist is someone that can find the more hidden, you know, kind of like you, like like the brands are like expensive, but not a lot of people know about them.
Designer clothes.
Designer clothes, but they're not like mainstream. When you can put those pieces together and create great outfits, I think that's a great stylist. But now stylists are just lazy. They see a runway, they put that exact outfit on the idol.
Or I think a lot of idols, because they get a lot of brand deals, so they in their contract they were promised to have a lot of exposures. Maybe in this sort of airport, you know, 공항 look, airport looks, they have to have the full look of this brand. So that's why they become more boring, because they have to give the exposure to the media.
But I'm talking about 무대.
On the stage.
On the stage. But yeah, I know that about the airport fashion.
And I think Wuda too, they need to use a certain amount of the clothes from that brand.
That's true, but I just feel like it's lazy sometimes. If it's a more unique brand, okay, awesome. But if it's more like typical brands, I'm over it. That 51% tank top, I'm gonna shoot someone. I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
their new collection is super cute. Wear that. Why you gotta wear the fucking nasi all the time? That tank top. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Imagine how tired I am.
Yeah, I mean, I think idols do get luxury brand deals too early in their career. You know how major companies are producing idols, like when they get debuted like 1 year or 2 years, and they already starting getting, you know, luxury brand deals like Loewe or Yves Saint Laurent. Sometimes I just don't feel like they suit the brand yet.
Yeah, I also that plays into it, like the image of the idol themselves. They just think, It doesn't matter that they're 14. If they wear this diesel shirt, it's cool because it's diesel. I'm like, girl, what?
You know, I'm a hardcore Rise fan. They became like the global ambassador of Louis Vuitton.
That was
And I
so
always feel like it
strange
was
to me.
a little bit rushed, to be honest.
In general, I just feel like Louis Vuitton has such an old, mature image, while Rise is young and fresh. Same thing with New Jeans. All of their brand deals, I'm like, huh?
You know how Rise is the ambassador of Musinsa, which is the younger fashion platform in Korea.
Yeah.
That's like a really fresh start because I buy clothes from Musinsa as well, and it's really relatable. It's very cute and young.
Yeah.
So I actually purchased some clothes from them, but Louis Vuitton, they got a lot of money. Good for them. It's just that I feel like
it's just contributing to this whole like pressure for young people these days to start buying luxury goods. Please, please, please! I'm telling you, plastic surgery is not the solution. Yeah, Edward. This is intervention.
it's not a solution.
It's really not. Not everyone needs it, but it can help. Sometimes.
I get it. It's okay. I'm not recommending it, and I don't get it everywhere.
It's one of those things though where for me it really helps my confidence, to be honest, if I'm honest with you. But also I know how damaging it can be mentally for people, for especially young people, to feel the pressure to feel like even doing Bounce Beauty, a lot of the girls, they're so pretty, they're all so pretty, but they'll be like, I hate my nose, I fucking hate my nose. And I'm like, you literally don't need anything done to your nose. So we're not helping Edward. We're part of the problem. We're literally we're contributing.
Yeah, we can be.
Yes, but plastic surgery, I don't think that's a popular opinion. I think a lot of people have that opinion.
Well, it's your choice. Like I decided to do it, and then I don't think, and I have a lot of problems in my life. So I just want to think my appearance. I don't know. It's my decision to alter my.
At the end of the day, it's your decision.
Yeah.
But don't ever feel like you need it. Especially when you're younger. When you get older, sometimes you just grow into it. Chaonu is nothing but a pretty face, mid-actor singer.
I think Chaonu is too handsome. Then people actually
Are blinded. And
blinded.
They don't pay attention to his acting or
I
singing.
think he's a good actor. I do
You
think
truly
he's a good
think so?
actor. I actually watched because he's so handsome, and I actually care to watch his drama. I don't think he's a bad actor because I do judge actors acting. If an actor's acting is so bad, then I cannot actually put myself into the drama, and then I sometimes I cannot even continue watching the drama. But I do think he actually put in the effort into acting, and I think he's a good actor.
Okay.
In my opinion. To be fair, he does not act in a really, because the role that he's acting is like handsome 선배, like senpai sort of a role.
It's not a very challenging role.
Challenging, like you know, the role he's acting is not like he lost his mother and then he has to
They're more simple.
Yeah, the more simple.
Yeah, that makes
just
sense.
school senpai role.
Senpai?
Yeah. So I think as he gets older, he will get more and more challenging roles as the.
What kind of role do you want to see him in?
How
I
about?
want to see him play a psychopathic, like...
It can be easier even for some people to play the villain.
Really?
Sometimes, yes.
Because they just suited. I can see you playing a villain. It'd be easy for you.
Yeah, because
Same with me. Most K-pop content now feels recycled. I don't know what kind of content they're talking about, but for me, I'm thinking about the YouTube content. It's also played out. So I don't know if you noticed, but like groups will have like these really cool concepts and like, you know, visuals when they debut. But then when they start making just regular YouTube content, they always push it to a third-party production team, and it just becomes a regular-ass, mid-ass Korean pangsong vibe, which is not bad. That doesn't mean it's bad. But I feel like it takes away the coolness from a lot of the stuff. I mean, look, my channel, like when K-pop idols are on my channel, it's not like I'm maintaining any sort of like mystery or coolness with them. But I don't know if it's just a personal thing where I feel like a lot of Korean pangsong or Korean YouTube content is just so boring. They'll be doing like, I don't know, like, oh, making chocolate for White Day.
I think you need better PDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's some really great PDs out there that make great content, like YouTube Korean content for whether it's TV or for YouTube, but we don't got enough of that. We're just copying each other. Or they'll have like a video team in the company that is just
Trying too hard to make a Korean TV show.
Maybe that explains one of the most popular YouTube channel for variety show is still not PD's channel.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. But a lot of people are creative enough like that. They're just like, oh, we saw this other Korean pangsong, so let's just basically do that.
Because copycats cannot, does not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was meeting up with this company. It's like a third-party company, marketing company that connects me with idols sometimes. And we were both just complaining about how so many companies don't want to do actually fun content because either one, they're lazy to do it, two,
They're not sure.
they're not willing to invest because usually when they have to do some kind of content, they have to send their idols off to a shop and get their hair and makeup done. So they're like, oh, it's just extra money. So they always cut corners and try to do like the budget shit.
Which one? Yeah, it's understandable, but
Understandable, but I feel there's so many easy ways to just make great content without spending too much money.
Also, another issue I think is because a lot of the times in these idols content, whether it be YouTube or whatever, it's the members themselves that are the hosts of the show. And a lot of times, these dudes either have no personality to begin with, or the company is so controlling of the way they act on camera that they default to basic, boring, no personality, or they just don't have experience making content, so they act super awkward on camera. Because girl, they'd be sitting up in the training room, aka the dungeon, for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then you expect them to start acting like TV personalities for content? Sis.
Which is also sometimes like I feel like, you know how idols when they're doing training they get different types of classes. They get dance, vocal, rapping, even marketing. You know when they learn how to like talk with media.
oh,
You know those classes. I think they should also start doing makeup classes. That way they can do their own makeup sometimes. That's why oftentimes, especially groups that aren't that popular, don't have a lot of money, there'll be some members that are interested in beauty, and so they'll do their members makeup. And I feel like that's definitely a one way that you can,
that was such a sort of sister moment though. Like they'll do
yeah,
others' makeup. and then
they'll bring them closer.
they should vlog that and they'll go viral.
K래, I remember Sowon. Remember he came out here for my birthday? Yeah, Sowon. He did a video where he got his personal color done, which he came out to be Pomwom, and which is you. And he did
Oh, I'm not a Pomwom.
you are literally a Pom Light. I did your personal color, Edward. Let's not lie.
Okay.
Ha! But he did a makeup get ready with me, and that did really well.
20분? 너무 오래 걸리면 20분?
진짜 오래 걸리면 20분.
But companies just refuse. They think that doing beauty is too like, They wanted to do aegyo and shit, but doing makeup all of a sudden, even though they literally do that every single fucking day.
I mean, they want to protect his image.
Protect the image in the weirdest ways when things that they do doesn't affect their image in any negative way. Anyway, we're gonna continue this in the podcast.
In the podcast.
Link for that will be down below, and
We got ready already, so are we going anywhere?
no, we're going to be here filming Double D, the podcast. Bye. Should we do an ipuni shot, a glam shot for the girls?